because kids just damage the crap out of them. Where's Ellery? There she is! Peekaboo! Hi, chicken. In today's video, I'm not going to be showing my face because screw it, who cares? I just got out of the shower. I don't have any makeup on, nothing. I am just not ready at all, but that's okay. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about how I made this sign, and some of these methods that I use I don't think anybody has done before, or at least I've never seen it. I'm on Pinterest a lot and I'm always looking for simple, easy DIY ideas. So I just had to share what I did to accomplish this beautiful sign. The first big, and for almost no charge, if you already have these supplies that I do, then it's super duper cheap. First, you go and buy a sign, that a canvas sign, wall art, whatever you want to call it, that is on clearance. That is super cheap. I'm always looking for really cheap signs, and this one that I found actually at Joann's craft store, and it had a bird on it. It was vertical, and this thing that comes on it to hang was this direction, but I just unscrewed one side, brought it over, and then screwed it back in. And it had a big bird, like rainbow colored bird with words on it, said some cute quote. I have found that in order to cover it with paint, I also did have some fails, and I was like, oh my gosh, because previously I had other canvas wall art that I was not able to completely cover up. It was just like coat after coat after coat after coat of white paint. So I did something different this time. First, just the area that had the original artwork on it, I painted with a brush and white acrylic paint. I did just 2 coats over that, like so, you know, with a brush, dollar brush. I took the color that I wanted, which is acrylic paint as well, and it's warm white. Guys, this is like literally like late in the morning, and it looks so dark in her room. I have to have the light on. It's ridiculous. I wish I had better lighting to make this prettier, but whatever. I wanted warm white. I didn't want it to be, you know, bright, stark white. I wanted it to have that, you know, antique kind of white color. So what I did was I took a painting sponge and I just pounced it all over. And I did like 2 full coats, and then after that I had went over just in some areas that in like super duper bright lit I could see some sparseness, and I went over some of those areas, but obviously in the room you won't be able to tell. I'm just OCD like that. What I really love about using the sponge instead of a brush, not only does the brush only spread it around, it's going to keep making things see-through. So it places it there and it really makes it stick. But it gives, and I don't know if you could tell in this light, but in person, it gives it this texture. Yeah, you can see it there. It gives it a texture like a canvas. And I really love that, and I wanted to have that texture. The original background of this wall art, it kind of had an antiqued, you know, white wood looking background, and okay, so my phone ran out of space, story of my life, because of all the videos that I tape. But what I was gonna say is that the original background was smooth. It did not have this texture, so that texture is something that I created. And actually, now that it's been a little bit of time, there's some way better lighting in here. And no, I'm not gonna refilm the whole video, but I will go in close so you can see the texture of what the sponge did. Okay, for the lettering, this is where it can be a little tricky. There's more than one way you guys can do this. I have a Silhouette Cameo cutting machine, and I've had this for years and years. I just don't use it a whole lot, but I love it for making shirts. For this is actually the cheap adhesive vinyl from Hobby Lobby. It's originally $7.99. This week, actually, it went on sale for half off, and because I used all of what I had left for these letters, I went ahead and bought 2 more rolls at half price. My go-to websites for fonts is thefont.com as well as thehungryjpeg.com. There's also creativemarket.com, and sometimes you gotta pay for the fonts, but I actually get around this. So if you want to know how I get around it when it's possible, let me know in the comments, reach out to me, personal message me on Instagram, whatnot. I will give you all the details on that. So what I do is I either have a screenshot image or I type it up in Photoshop, then I save it as a PNG file, bring it up in my Silhouette software, and then trace it, bada boom, bada bing, cut it out. What I was planning on doing originally was I was actually going to use a stencil and then trace it. After I was trying to put it all in place, I was thinking about just tracing it and then filling it in so that it was lighter. This is, you know, black, so it's really, really bold. And I mean, I am liking it, so I don't think I'll change it for now, but it is possible in the future I might want to trace it to be a little bit lighter. Let me know in the comments below though what you guys think, because I will take into account your opinions. If you think it looks great like this, I will leave it like this and not go through the trouble of tracing and filling it in. If you do not have a Silhouette or a Cricut cutting machine, it's actually on Pinterest. You can find tutorials on how, but you print, if you're gonna do a large print like this, it'll print in several pages. Print it out on black ink, then you put the paper down. You'll actually have to reverse the image, so mirror the image. Make sure you always flip, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna put the piece of paper with your words down on there, and then you're going to get it wet with water and like press it down with some kind of thing to press it. Look it up on Pinterest. There's lots of tutorials on there. And then what you do is you peel, then you take off the paper, and what you're left with is very, very faint. You're gonna trace it and then fill it in yourself with Sharpie, pen, marker, paint, whatever you want. All you would have to do is look up DIY farmhouse signs, and there's a lot of tutorials on how to use the paper trick. There's also another trick where you print it out and then you scribble it all with pencil. Then you put that down, and then you go and you press down. You know, you follow this, and you just press down, and then when you remove it, you're left with the pencil there as your guide to fill it in. If the wet one doesn't work, but you could do the water paper trick, like I said, with the printer, with the inkjet printer, for wood signs and for canvas signs. I've never personally tried it on a canvas sign, so I'm not sure it works. Can't wait to do more of these signs. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about this video. If it's the first time you've heard of this sign hack, and leave your feedback. I appreciate it. If I get a lot of feedback, I'll make some more DIY videos. Let me know if you guys are interested, because otherwise I, will post more shopping hauls and vlogs, most likely. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys. And forgive me for this awfulness look. Do you guys love DIYing it up as much as I do and saving lots of money? Well, I may be doing some more videos on this kind of thing, like this embroidery hoop with a vintage pillowcase as Ellery's hamper. I think it's super cute and fun, and it hangs perfectly on this over-the-door hook that I got at the dollar store. And what's unique about this over-the-door hook is that it actually closes with no issues. Anytime I ever buy anything, they usually stop the door from opening and closing freely. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell for notifications so that you see when I post a new video. I appreciate it.